Hey, it's Ashley, Keller Williams Real Estate in Everett. I'm here with your April monthly market update for the city of Everett, sweet Everett, that I love so, so much. Oh man, I'm so excited going into the spring season. One, look at the sun's out. I mean, you can see it's just blasting out there. It's looking beautiful. So yeah, let's talk about how the spring summer buying season may play out. We'll look at this market update. We'll get some numbers. Stay tuned. All right. Hey. All right. So let's sort of like talk about the big. So let me give you the big picture factors here before I give you the data. All right. Think about this. We've got interest rates over 5%. Okay. Interest rates 5%. Like, holy cow. That's the interest rates have gone up the most in the last 90 days than they have since like 1994. Man, that's true. All right. And now, obviously they're not nearly as high as they used to be, right? Like, I don't know what you know about mortgage rate history, but from my understanding, it has been in the double digits in the past, like in the 80s and stuff. It was like 15%, 13% when you buy a house. Okay. So there's that. We've got this war going on. We've got inflation just like going crazy. We've got people that are like, oh my gosh, we've got inflation. What am I going to do with my money? Right? Like, people want to make sure that they're retaining their value, right? So they're trying to figure out like, hey, where can I put my money where it will grow faster than inflation is growing? Right? That's like really like the crux of it. Okay. So we will just keep these big picture things in mind as we move forward and look at these numbers. All right. Here are the numbers. All right. Let's talk new listings. So new listings are up at 311 for the month of March, which is an increase over last month of 118. Now, this is very typical, right? Because we're heading into the spring, summertime season. And so we're just going to see those listings increase, hopefully. And along with that, so will pending and sold. The really interesting thing is that closed sales, the sold sales, are up also from 137 closed sales to 220 closed sales, which is pretty incredible, right? Remember that the 137 might just be, a bit of a reflection of what was going on in January, right? Because anything that closed in February, typically it went under contract in January. And so that's how we got there. All right. Average sales price. Ooh, look at that number. We're like just over $700,000. And, it's so interesting, right? Like, if you ask people that grew up in Everett, they're probably like, what? I can't believe that number. That is definitely up from last month. Last month, we were at 626,000. So now we're at 702. I think that increases are going to continue in the city of Everett. I know that there are a lot of people that are waiting for something to happen, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, the $35,000 house comes back. I mean, it's just not likely. Okay. The real estate is an appreciating asset. It usually continues to rise. Even in recessions, it goes up. The only recession where we didn't have an increase in real estate prices was a recession that was a result of these bad mortgages that were written. But if you look at the market nowadays, you'll notice that people are buying houses with cash. Yeah, they're buying houses with cash. They're also doing a lot of money down. The other thing is that many of the people that have been living in their houses for like 30, 40 years, right? They own them free and clear. And where are those people going to go? So, I think in that sense, we are really facing a true housing shortage. And if you're thinking, hey, I want to wait for something to happen, I think you just need to just go out and buy a house, honestly. Like, if you can, and you're concerned about, hey, how can housing contribute to my overall wealth strategy? And I want to get in and I want to own something, just get it done. I have too many clients from like 5 years ago that never did buy anything. And now, unfortunately, they cannot. All right. It's too expensive for them. The only thing they can do really is get a job that pays them more. And that's about it. Or move to a different place. Okay. So average days on market, we're at 9. Now, this number, let's watch this number. So there are things that are going on in the market, right? We have this interest rate. We have, we kind of have like some interesting economic activities that may influence the market. Like maybe it'll slow down. Maybe there'll be less buyers. Who knows? But if the house, here's the thing, excuse me, if the house is really, really awesome, 9 days on market is actually, it's like an eternity. Most of the houses that I know of that are highly competitive, that are priced really well and very attractive to buyers, are still selling in about 5 days or so. Okay, they're still selling in about 5 days. So that's the data. Kind of in summary, I think my prediction for the market is that I don't foresee depreciation. Like I think that there are a lot of people that have been waiting for years with a capital Y for the market to like fall back or whatever. And this is maybe another video that I'll go into, but basically, if you look at the overall housing data for like the last 50 years, housing prices are pretty much like this. I mean, we had that one recession, which was a result of like poorly written mortgages, but that is the only time where housing prices kind of went down. But you know what? Let me ask you this question. When those housing prices went down, the people that still own those houses, where do you think their house value is now? Because I can tell you right now, it was like tick, and then it's like, brrr. So well over what they originally paid, especially if they felt like they were buying at the top of the market, especially if they felt like they were buying at the top of the market. So look, I think, people always ask like, hey, when is a good time to buy? It's a good time to buy when you can buy. It's a good time to buy when you can buy. Okay. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a house, I mean, I would say, we understand what the market is doing right now. All right. We understand what the market is doing right now. These interest rates, the last time I saw interest rates go up like this, I mean, the market did not respond well to that. I'm just going to say that it did not respond well. My recollection is that when the interest rates went up, people started calling up people that had buyers and saying, hey, we need to make a deal. We need to make a deal. All right. So even though there was competition, even though there were still multiple offers happening for some properties, a subset had a situation where they were like, oh, okay, no, now we need to make a deal with somebody because we can't get this sold at this price. All right. Because here's the deal. Interest rates take away affordability for buyers. Interest rates take away affordability for buyers. And, I think that maybe we will see less scenarios where the seller is calling all the shots, right? Less scenarios where the sellers are calling all the shots. All right. So if you're looking to buy or sell a house, please reach out to me. My contact information is down below. I'd love to help out. And tons of good videos here. Tons of good videos. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up with the latest info. And I'll see you again next month.